Today's May 16th. This is my third video, and the second part got cut off because of low memory on my phone. So I had to delete a video and make some space. So I was saying that, yeah, so these people got some, you know, issue to make when either she was adding something, or I don't know, they wanted to make issue about something, so helicopter passed by exactly. This has happened so many times. Only when we'll go to like I'll go to serve them something, or they just have sat down to eat, that's when the helicopter will pass by near my kitchen. See, now my house is, say, this big is my house. This is the kitchen side, so the helicopter will pass here. If I'm in the living room side, then the helicopter, because there are windows here, so the helicopter will pass here. If I'm in my bedroom side, like right now I'm here, so the helicopter will pass here. If I'm in the front of my house, then the helicopter will pass here. So exactly they know where I am in my house, so accordingly the helicopter will pass. And usually, like I said, during dinner time, lunch time, whenever these people want to make issue, that is exactly when the helicopter will pass. Now, I don't know, they wanted to make issue, like I said, about either the lunch I was preparing for tomorrow for my hubby or today's dinner. I don't know what they wanted to make issue about. They made it. My hubby loved it. He ate the dinner well, and yeah, my in-laws, they ate it. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, so the rectum pain, pin pain I was talking about. So here and there they kept giving me that shooting needle pain in my anus, right? Even when I went to wash the utensil, so the same rectangle, like the container in which I kept the onions, again they gave me shooting needle pain in my rectum for that. So like I said, the onion that I have been serving for all these past 1.5 years that they have been here ever since they moved with us, I've been serving in the same container, same onions. I don't know. Today they wanted to make issue, they made it. Then, I was talking about how in the Coca-Cola carton that I had placed it on dining table, there was a dead centipede. And like I said, before 2014 or 15, I had never seen any centipedes, spiders, millipedes in my house, that or even wasp that is crawling on the walls, or is suddenly in my some drawer, or it's in like this on the dining table in the carton. It's so weird. So I know that is pure witchcraft. Now, why for so many years that we have been bringing this carton, why only today there was a dead centipede? Why? Because just today I saw a video about how somebody with a visceral fat, the fat near your tummy area, your abdomen area, if someone has that, then how you have to cut down on sugars and carbohydrates. So so they just gave me twitch on the left side of my knee, right? So here we're gonna tell you to cut down on sugars, or that is what I was thinking, but there's something, like it's not like we drink it every day, or it's just occasionally we have it. So like I said, just because I watched that video, because I was telling my hubby to cut down on like carbs and sugar, and I've spoken with him like 2-3 times. And so today I guess they wanted to make issue about it. They just again gave me twitch on the left side of the knee. Oh yeah, good, you spoke about it. So, and because of these very people, okay, our health has deteriorated, right? Because I was watching Dr. Berg's video, and he was saying how cortisol level, when you have a lot of stress in your life, how cortisol level rises, and how it leads to hair fall, thinning of hair, less zinc in your body. And not only that, the high cortisol level interferes with a lot of other stuff in your body. So the deficiency in zinc can lead to lot of other stuff. Your skin, your nails, your hair, everything is affected. Your a lot of other stuff, and zinc and copper has to be in balance. So if you're low on zinc, you have high copper, then also there's problem. You have less copper at the same time also, then it creates a lot of problems. So anyways, this cortisol level, this stress, affects a lot, right? And so I said how these people made sure that because we do not have that much of um, uh, yeah, the social life, because anytime whenever I try to build some social friends, they already knew, and they would make faces at me, have sarcastic smile. They will talk behind, not really behind, they literally will have sarcastic smile and talk about me, right? So when I noticed all these stuff, I knew that they were talking something bad about me. So it has to come only if somebody spreading some lies about me, okay? And then I came to know, oh, these people are such a big, like, Freemasonic Luciferian people who are doing all these things on purpose. So anyway, so now they have created so much of negative energy today. So from continuous ear ringing, from aluminum foil hat that I had to wear, from rectum pain, and from helicopter, and then the centipede that they placed in the Coca-Cola. And right when I'm showing it to my hubby, centipede, that's or when I notice, actually, that's when the extreme raving of the bike engine happened. So it's almost like they had kept their bikes ready, because they always want to make issue if the helicopter has passed. And so either they wanted to make issue about the dinner that I had cooked, or they wanted to make issue about the Coca-Cola, whatever it was. And because the raving will happen only at a particular time when they want to make issue. That's only when the raving happens. And like I said, don't forget the shooting needle, rectum pain, everything stopped immediately after I was done that cooking part, serving part, and washing part. It's only at that time either they want to give electric shock, or they want to give the shooting needle pain in my rectum or pelvic or abdomen area, waist area, anywhere, right? And then when I went to sit in on the couch to watch TV, they again started to give me electric shock on the right side of my brain. As we were watching some farming videos in Vietnam somewhere. So we were just figuring out what is what, because different culture there, right? So if I'm giving my own inputs, they will continuously give me electric shock on the right side of my head. Oh, you don't say anything, or you don't give your inputs, right? So this is how they try to do misogyny. As Ascension avatar.com lady Lisa Rene, she has spoken about misogyny, and there's like a pie chart, and she has shown how, oh, we do this to this girl, like to this female, we target her, we punish her for every single thing she does, we punish her for this, we punish her for that, make sure make sure that she's felt guilty about everything, humiliate her, torture her, physical, mental. She has spoken about everything on misogyny, and that is exactly what these people have been doing with me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, try to create slave out of me. So slavery, she talks about everything. Then after the electric shock stopped, these people gave me one or two. Oh, they just gave me electric shock on the right side of my brain again. They just one or two, like kind of needle pain in my abdomen area today they gave me. Now, so yeah, this was a lot of the energy has to go towards the aliens and reptilians, like Montauk.net guy says. My energy, as Darlington Moses says, that we are the starseeds, and we have this energy soulless know the truth, and they are inhibiting the source souls from knowing that God did not create the world. So anyways, he talks about starseeds and soulless beings. We have two distinct races on this planet, starseeds and soulless beings. The starseeds are part of the prime source consciousness that existed as one being before breaking up. They're the consciousness that holds the universe together on everything. Every starseed is a portal of source consciousness. Okay. So they have to harvest energy from us. Now, what I was about to say was, we own this universe as the united front of starseeds. This is why soulless soul target the starseeds. Um, and of course, they talk about the archons and all that, right? Slavery, you know. So, anyways. So yeah, it's not affecting me as much, all this raving, and they just wasted their energy with the helicopter passing by and all that. But you think that really they care for my mother-in-law? Oh, how much they show concern for my mother-in-law? No. Because these are the very same people who made her fall down from bed and gave her fracture in her ribs. Same thing they did it with my father-in-law. It's just that he did not get any fracture. He was saved. But that is what they did it with my hubby, gave him car accident. Same thing they did with me. They gave me car accident, all induced. Now here is what I wanted to say. Anything I do in my personal life, they always bring out the news in the news media, something that is always just like Dr. Robert Duncan says, they do improbable synchronization. So yesterday I was watching a Netflix series about some cops who, like, they show a particular city in USA where they are finding missing persons, so they don't know whether the person is dead or alive. Now it was getting boring, and the moment I saw September 13, I knew it's all Illuminati people, so there's nothing to trust about that series. A lot of it sounded fake, because the way it was all being, if a fugitive, or not fugitive, but a criminal is being questioned, or you have a camera posing that, like, not even once that person is looking in that camera, they make it look like all natural. I mean, it was looking more fake and fake. So I did not watch that series. So today, immediately this happened. I watched this last night and today, so it's almost 24 hours. And sure enough, when they will also put some exactly the news or advertisement that is related to what I did just the previous day or just few hours back. So they showed up this video in the news channel on the YouTube on my TV. And of all the other videos that was being displayed, my in-laws will, because their minds get hacked, they will play that particular video only, like, missing child was found, okay? So I'm like, yeah, so that's the series I was watching just day before, just yesterday, right? So it's almost like they make up this news, even if they did not make up this news, like Robert Duncan says, they do improbable synchronizations. For example, I was going in it's a building where you have to park your car, but I had to park on the third floor. You know how you have to keep rotating, you go from one level to second level to third level to park your car. So I always get scared of the building, like as if it will fall down, because so old building and there are so many cars and so much weight on each floor. And I was always I think, like, what if it falls? So I'm always scared. So I was having this thought, and very next day I'm listening to this news that says, oh, here the parking garage fell down. Was it in New York or where that was? It was recently, it happened. What is this? May 2023. So 16th. So I think it happened just recently. If you check the May 2023 news, or late April 2023 news. So some building had the garage had fallen somewhere, and there was some damage. So this is how they do synchronizations. Whatever I do in my private life, or even if I think, it will be shown as a reality news very next day. So it's almost like it's fake. So if they can fake my accident, fake in the sense, if they can artificially induce my accident, if they can artificially induce my hubby's accident, if they can artificially induce my mother-in-law's falling from bed and getting a fracture, if they can artificially induce my father's falling down and getting him fracture, if they can artificially induce my father getting a scratch on his mustache, just to synchronize everything, and now they're continuously giving me um, twitch on the left side of my foot right now as I'm speaking. They're continuously giving me, because anything on the left side means correct. So they are even confirming that yes, we have done artificially induced all that. So if they are showing the scene on TV that the parking lot had fallen down, and if that was so, obviously it got to be artificially induced. If they can artificially induce 80 more than 80 earthquakes in my city out of nowhere, just to tell me lug off, like, use less oil, because the epicenter was lug off here. So, and they had programmed me. I told you how they used to make so much issue about oil, butter, ghee, anything I used to use, even little bit I just pour, and immediately the raving of the engine will start, or the helicopter will start, or they will give me burns on my cheek, or they will pull my right eardrum, or they will give me electric shock on my, or they will give me palpitations on my chest. So anytime I used to touch oil, ghee, butter, anything, and then they will give me some kind of signaling. So much so they did a lot of earthquakes, all artificially induced, just to have the epicenter look off, and that is how they tell me, oh, look off, look off, look off. So now they stopped doing it because it's not going to matter. And because I'm watching all these videos of Dr. Berg and so many other people who say that, oh, you should eat butter, you should eat olive oil, it's really good for you, because there are a lot of fat soluble vitamins that need all these oils, and ghee, butter, everything, right? So anyways, so now it's almost like these people had no brains, and they were so continuously trying to humiliate me, torture me for every single thing I did in my life, right? Just to make me feel guilty and humiliate me, because only out of that comes our energy for archons. And he talks about archons and all the energy harvesting. This existence is necessitated by the fact that starseeds do not know what is going on. Once they know and stop the energy harvesting, this realm will simply cease to exist. And now they just gave me one twitch on the right side of my leg, saying that no, even if you know that you are a starseed, even if you know energy harvesting is going on, even if you know that we are doing all this with you, your torture will not cease to exist. Basically, that's what they want to say when they gave me a twitch on the right side of my leg. Okay, one twitch on the right side of my leg. So that is, anything on the right side means no, that won't happen. So once they know and stop the energy harvesting, this realm will simply cease to exist. This realm is sustained by the ignorance of the real power holders, the starseeds. However, measures have been taken by the soulless to make sure that starseeds don't live in the position of power or control. Like I said, anytime I try to show power or control, like power in the sense, say, it's simple. Say I give some suggestion, or any suggestion I give in my house to any. So that is kind of position of, say, power. If they are, so they will do something. This devil will immediately do something opposite to that, to make me feel guilty and humiliate me. Like I said, I told my mother-in-law to, okay, let's just go and get a hearing check done, because 2-3 times she had spoken about hearing check, and I should get my ears tested, all them. Like, we were at the store and they were offering free hearing tests. I'm like, let's just go and get it done. So if I'm showing some decision here, they immediately want to put me down by giving me all these ear ringings and all this to make me feel guilty, and oh, you did not buy earbuds. Well, it's not up to me now, it's up to them, whatever they want to do. Okay, it will be up to their 3 decisions, not mine. Starseeds are beings of love, and these archonic beings are creatures of darkness. And we know the same thing Almas Jacob talks about, right? When he talks about Lucifer and these dark evil people, and they do not have love in them at all. They try to tell me, oh, show love and respect to your elders, but these people themselves, they don't have any love or anything, because or else Kanye West wouldn't be saying that these very CIA, FBI people, military people, they sacrificed his mother to Lucifer. He did not say that to Lucifer, but that's the only person, or I mean, evil or devil that they are working for, whom they sell their soul. Also, Kanye West said that Bill Cosby's son was sacrificed, and there was another sports guy, and now they gave me twitch on the right side of my knee saying, "Oh no, Bill Cosby's son or whoever did wasn't sacrificed." So I don't know. Then he said that Angelina Jolie herself said that her snake was sacrificed for this ritual. Okay, they do sacrifice. Almas Jacob has recently shown blood sacrifice, blood bath, that how these celebrities take blood bath, how they put blood. This what is this guy's name? Not Nick. Billy Nas? No, some Nas, I don't know. He placed this one drop of blood in his shoe, and then it got sold out within like a minute or something. Okay, so, and that too, what, 666, something like that. So it was, they also used their numerologies going on at the same time. They put blood in all their shoes and skateboards. They do blood ritual, they take blood bath. And why is all this blood? Why even the movies are showing flesh and blood as a theme in the Chef movie that I recently saw? Because they do sacrifices of pigs, or I mean animals, snakes, and of human beings, and especially of child sacrifice. AscensionAvatar.com, that Lisa Renee lady, she talks all about child sacrifice, adrenochrome, human sacrifice, blood ritual, she talks about it all. So you think these people are talking about respect, love? Yeah, obviously that is all just made up illusion that they are trying to create. So like I said, the moment they try to expose my little stuff, in reality they are getting exposed. So they do everything they can to ensure darkness persists. They cannot survive in the light, and they do everything to ensure that darkness wins, because that is what even Almas Jacob says, that Lucifer and his entire army is trying to make even a better army to fight against Jesus Christ, which is alien second coming. Because they call Jesus Christ as an alien, okay? And that is their world, that is their domain, and they are very forceful. They do not have love. So what they understand is a force to get their things done the way they want. Until Starseeds know and understand how this realm is run, they will be forever victims. Like I said, they have been. So the way my torture was started from gang stalking to cuts, lot of cuts on my body, and especially on my fingers, and my face. Virtual reality dream has been going on ever since 2015. That has never stopped. Weird insect activities, lots and lots of weird insect activities in my house. They just gave me twitch on the left side of my bum, confirming the same. Lot of bursting of the light bulbs. That is how everything had started. There was no helicopter activity. Then once what happened, I had joined targeted individual group on Facebook, and I was watching this Karen Stewart's video, NSA, this whistleblower. She says that she is, but I think she's a liar. Dr. Catherine Horton's video. And then later I found out that CERN itself is nothing but portal, trying to open portal of devil and all that. So how much to even trust Catherine Horton, I really doubt. So anyways, when I was watching their videos and I learned about all these directed energy weapons and microwave weapons and this and that, I happened to speak about my own father who was in military when back in 1970s when he was in US. So only at that time the first plane kept circling my house for 3 to 4 straight hours. I think it was 3.5 hours that it kept circulating my house. Like it will cover my house as a periphery, like it kept circling. So it was, like Robert Duncan says, they do improbable synchronizations. And these synchronizations lead to super interrogation, as Dr. Richard Boylan says about starseeds. So that is how all these plane and helicopter activities started. Not only that, but not only that, but even the main helicopter that flew by, the military helicopter that flew so low on my house, rattling the house windows, was when I very first uploaded the video of ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby, exposing him that how he was stalking me, how he used my picture without my consent and all that, and how he was doing all this super interrogation stuff with me. And then I figured out when I went on his website that all the targeting that he talks about, from turning on the TV in my living room on its own, to putting all these cockroaches and all these phone calls, even random phone calls, or to send cookbooks to the target, right? So like I said, how they've been continuously torturing and humiliating me for cooking thing, anything. Whenever it comes to cooking, they always want to make issue about it. Oh, so here we're gonna send a cookbook to the target. So like I said, this is how they continuously humiliate to make me feel guilty, because only from there has to come out this energy that Darlington Moses talks about, because they have to win. The darkness has to win, right? And he literally shows even on his Facebook that, oh, I'm here to illuminate everything. Illuminate is the word for Illuminati, right? But he's not going to say out front or up front, right? So anyways, when I uploaded his video on YouTube for the first time, that is when when the helicopter flew very low over my house, and there were 2 cop cars at 11:30 right outside my house. The very first time I saw, well, when the gang stalking was on, I used to see cop cars during daytime right outside my house. Like, my house is away from the main road, and our own neighborhood is so big. It's so big, like probably there are thousands and thousands of houses within my neighborhood. So, and I'm in such a like a cul-de-sac area, so inwards, that to have a cop in such an area, it's so weird. So I knew that they were just doing a street theater. And not only during daytime they would do street theater, but at night, literally there were 2 cop cars just standing with their blue lights on right outside my house. So this is how they do synchronizations and, this mental torture and all that. And that is not only that, when the helicopter flew by, that is exactly when the ambulance and fire truck sirens started so loud, so loud, so loud, with the honking of their horn. And along with that, the raving of the engine was going on. There was another vehicle, be it car or motorcycle, whatever, at the same time. So imagine, first the honking, the siren is going on, then they are honking, then there is the another engine that is being that is honking, and then you have the helicopter pass by, and then you have the 2 cop cars right outside my house, just for uploading one video of ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby. And then right after that, I always had these weird, I will say weird, ambulance and fire truck sirens and honking, and of course raving of the engine going on, because before that I never seen such a thing in my neighborhood. And in fact, lot of the raving that I used to get extreme raving, so much so my heart would start thumping, like it would start beating so fast. They would wake me up even at 2 a.m. just to make, because say my hubby had taken out olives from fridge. Oh, why did he take out at 2 a.m.? You should wake up and you should give it to him, or you should just give him before you go to sleep. Whatever, they want to make issue about something. So that much of the misogyny was going on with me, that you have to be slave, you have to serve him, you have to serve that person, You cannot say anything. Oh, you did not obey this. It was a lot of this obey, misogyny was going on and on, continuously trying to tell me, you are the slave, you are the slave. You cannot have the power because the darkness has to win, right? Um, so yeah, that is what they were doing with me. And back then I had no clue what the heck was going on. Even Tanuj Sudan, he talks a lot about. So that means starseeds are gods according to the attributes that are given to the biblical God. And like I said, they have, when I was watching the Da Vinci Code, when this lady who comes out, and the nun says to the lady that you are from Jesus Christ bloodline, that is exactly when the raving of the engine started. It was 11:30 p.m. And so I've seen like the Illuminati movies where they say, oh, you are filled with like Jesus Christ blood, and they will use the name that will mimic my name, or it rhymes with my name. And then they will start to show the things that I do in my private life. I'm like, okay, so Illuminati is already using me to put out all these real news out there. Like I said, the parking garage, how it fell down, so that was the synchronizations they did. They have done a lot of other synchronizations, even with, say, I will watch some Iran news, okay? Because I'm watching this particular guy's video who talks about Iran, or Iran that will attack Israel and all that. Soon enough, very next day, I'll get the news. Oh, Iran did this, or yeah, whatever. So, or Israel did this, or Israel blocked the drones coming from Iran, like those kind of news. So they will do these kind of improbable synchronizations, like Robert Duncan says. Now, how can they make a garage fall down, or how they can give, the way they can give accident to me? Now, accident to my hubby, me, or falling down of my in-laws, they were done by hacking their brains. And these devil, when they do witchcraft, they can easily hack two people's brain, and they can play with the time. They are very good time manipulator. So that is how they can synchronize this time, and that is why they talk about parallel universe and magic and all this, Harry Potter and all this magic stuff. Now, even Billy Crown Pastor said, right, that there are 300 witches in one military base. Well, what are they doing there? So this is what they do. So even in the one of the FBI series that I was watching on Netflix, the third episode was saying that you see a lot of these accidents and a lot of these worldly events that look so natural, but it's not natural. Now, they're not going to tell you that they artificially induce these events. They're not going to tell you up front. Then they'll just try to show it off as, oh, there was some guy who was behind all this, right? But the very sentence that they said, that a lot of the natural things that you see on road, say even the accidents, is not natural. They hack somebody's brain like this via witchcraft or something, and then all these events are being played out. But then you wonder, how did they do artificial earthquakes? Well, they have the technology to do that. Okay, fine. So military did artificial earthquakes. They just gave me twitch on the left side of the ankle to confirm the same. Now, how did they make the garage fall down? So did somebody do a foul play? Because see, when they join Freemasonry, they take the oath to lie, to sabotage, to kill, and if necessary, to commit suicide. This is the oath that Freemasons take. So, and they are outlined. I've seen this Gerald Sosby on his Facebook. The moment he opens his mouth about me, it's all a lie. So if he's there to lie, if these free, and like I said, I had a lot of break-ins in my house back when the gang stalking was going on in 2015, 16, 17. A lot of break-ins was going on in my house. So if they do these break-ins, if they take the oath to lie and to sabotage and to kill people, okay, to harass, torture, all these oaths they take in Freemasonry. So yeah, it's obvious for them to sabotage a garage over there just to synchronize with my stuff, right? They can do it. If they can do artificial earthquake just to tell me look off, right? It's that simple. Turkey earthquake was artificially done, as Chasing Dream YouTuber says, because she says she's a part of Illuminati group. So she knows that Turkey earthquake was artificially induced and they killed 3,000 people. Like Dr. Thomas Horn said in his book Zeitgeist 225 that 9/11 was done by Bush. Here, he talks about um, this Countdown to Secret Destiny of America. He talks about, I think it's the third chapter or in chapter 2, he talks about this Bush guy, President Bush, who, right here. So 33 weeks from the day of the inaugural, a number invaluable to mysticism and occult fraternities, because 33 is the highest degree of Freemasons. 19 Islamic terrorists attacked the United States, hijacking 4 commercial airlines, crashing two of them into Twin Towers. Now, what he said, Bush said, he invoked the spirit of chaos. That's what he's saying on the day of his inauguration. He faced the obelisk and he referred to an angel that rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm. So, well, they do some kind of rituals always. And he has spoken all about how Washington, D.C. itself is the hub of Satan, because there are like all these portals in the Washington, D.C. dome. There are 72 pentagrams that show the portals for these angels. They do all these sexual rituals, like a mock sexual ritual over there. The obelisk is nothing but the male organ of Osiris, and the dome is the womb of the Isis. So when they have this mock sexual ritual in the dome, that is when they show that how and the Osiris energy is being invoked from the obelisk, Washington Monument, and that is the male organ. And from there it comes to the womb of Isis, and there that spirit goes into the sitting president or whoever is doing the inauguration, or whoever is taking oath as a president. So it goes into, and because the president acts as a pharaoh, so they try to mimic the Egyptian mythology, right? So yeah, he talks a lot about all this in this book. And so basically they are preparing for one nation under God, but it's a god of Freemasonry. And who is the god of Freemasonry? That's Lucifer, the fallen angel. So yeah, they are preparing. And we, like Dr. Richard Boylan says, we Starseeds, we are the problem to their UFO cover-up. And so there is a need to round us up, so either to terminate us, but if we do not get terminated, they need us to join their cabal, meaning to sell our soul to Lucifer. That's what is the ultimate goal. So yeah, that was the targeting torches stupid stuff they keep doing with me. Yeah, they try to always do it with me, but they always get exposed themselves.